Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome back to our series of building a website with the new Wix Studio Editor. In this series, we are covering step by step exactly how to create a website using the new Wix editor called Wix Studio. In today's video, we're going to start off by doing the initial build of our website, and we are going to go over the pros and cons of using the Wix templates versus just starting off with a blank canvas. We'll go with both and we'll look at some benefits, some cons to see which option works best for you. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our web development tips and tutorials. So let's get started. So the Wix Studio themes and templates are essentially custom templates that you can create in Wix Studio. They allow you to save unique site design, and you can also reuse it for other sites or even sell it to other Wix users. So to create a Wix Studio theme, you first need to create a site in Wix Studio. Once you've created your site, you can customize it to your liking, including the layout, design, apps, and once you're happy with the site, you can save it as a template. But Wix also offer their own templates as well. They used to offer a bunch of templates with their Editor X and the ADI. They still have those, but with the new Studio Editor, they also come with new templates as well. So you can start off with a completely blank template, save it and customize the layout to however you want it, and you'll have your very own custom template, or you can use one of the Wix Studio templates as well. Wix Studio themes are really powerful, and they can save you a lot of time and effort when creating new sites. They also allow you to create unique and professional websites that stand out from the crowd. Some benefits of using the Studio themes instead of creating a blank canvas is that it saves a lot of time and effort. So Wix Studio allows you to create new sites really quickly and easily without having to start from scratch. You can create unique and professional websites. They're really highly customizable, so you can create a website that's truly unique and reflects your brand. And if you're a web designer, you can sell your Wix Studio themes to other Wix users, and this is a really great way to generate some extra income as well. So if you're looking for a way to save time and effort when creating new sites, or if you want to create a unique and professional website, then Wix themes are a really great option. So let's get started. So when you first log into the Wix dashboard, you'll see your Wix Studio dashboard as well, covering all of the sites that you currently have and notifying which ones are made with Wix Studio, which ones are made with the editor, things like that. So what you want to do is click on the Create New Site option on the top right, and you have two options. You have options to create another site with editor, or you have the options to create a site with Wix Studio. With the Wix Studio option, there's three options. You can start from a completely blank canvas, so there's no templates, no colors, no themes or anything. You do everything from scratch. You can start from a template that Wix Studio offer, or you can use your own template, and this will probably come into effect once you've actually created your own template first, save that, and then once you do that, you can use your own template. So for now, what we're going to do is start from a template. We'll also look at how to start with a blank canvas as well. So the process is very similar to using the editor. You'll get a showcase of a bunch of templates by Wix Studio. You can view them, you can edit them as you want, but essentially you would just go through each of them, and there's different versions. So you can have templates or you can have wireframes. So the templates are more themed. They'll have like images stayed over, font colors, all of that. And then with the wireframes, they'll just show the layout, and it's up to you to then add your own colors, themes, images, things like that. So we're going to use the wireframes to create a very basic site. We are going to use one of these here. To view them before you actually edit them, you can just hover over each of them and just click on view and see what that template looks as you scroll down, and also what it looks like on different devices as well. All of these templates are mobile responsive, so kind of it's up to you if you wanted to use one of these or not. This one looks good, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this one. We're going to click on Edit Template on the right here to open a new site with that template and wireframe. So you can see we have the section here, and we have the new editor here as well. So you can see the layout is pretty much the same. You've got the tools here to add new pages. You've got the tools to add different assets and manage your pages and the theme as well. And then you've also got a section on the right, and this works as almost like an element editor as well. So for example, if I click on this element, this will now change to show all of the options that I can do with that element. The Studio Editor provides a really wide range of practical tools to ensure your website looks really good on all screens, and this means that you can focus on the design and spend less time figuring out the right sizing units for every single element. So you can design an element the way you want it to look on desktop and choose a responsive behavior that meets your needs. The responsive behavior ensures that it automatically adjusts to different breakpoints. So to give an overview of the editor, this page here, right in the middle of the editor, this part here, this is known as the canvas. So the canvas refers to the page you're designing right in the middle of the editor, and you can see the default size of the canvas you want to work with, and drag the handles as well on the right and left side if you wanted to make the canvas a little bit bigger. This isn't the size layout of your website, this is just your own canvas and what you can work with. Clicking an element selects it, and it opens a toolbar of options, and these options vary depending on the type of element, helping you customize it with all your needs. So you can hover over an element to select thing as well. What you can also do is you can hover over a label's element to select one of its parent elements instead. So for example, this button here, if I hover over that, I can see the parent elements that's part of it. So the parent element is the stack, and then there's also a cell, and there's also this section as well. So it makes it really easy to really pinpoint what it is that you want to select as well. You can also do the same in the editor on the top right. So if I hover on the top right, you can see all the parent elements for that text as well. If I click on the two dots, the parent elements are for this stack is the cell, and if I click on that, I can see all the cell options, and if I click on section, I can see the section options as well. So the next part is the top bar here. So the top bar includes lots of useful tools to control the site and view of your canvas. So you can hover over the Wix Studio logo over here to open a menu with site actions, viewing options and shortcuts to other parts of your account. Using the page dropdown is very quickly to navigate between site pages. This is also the same in the previous editors with the ADI and the normal editor that we had, the Editor X. And the list of pages is organized by the page type. So for example, store pages will be in one section, member pages will be in one section, but it's all going to be found in this drop down. So you can find one of the pages that you need a lot quicker. In the middle of the top bar, you can find everything to do with breakpoints and responsive sizes as well. You can click on the breakpoints to see and adjust a page in different screen sizes, and the screen size you see is the current size of the canvas. So it's also the default size for editing for the breakpoint you're currently on. So each breakpoint can have its own default size, and you can set it to whatever that's comfortable for you, or you can just leave it to the default sizes that Wix Studio come with. On the right hand side here, you can see who else is currently working on this website, because this Wix Studio Editor means that other people on your team, your colleagues, can also collaborate with you on the website. They can edit the site, they can edit the pages exactly how you want it. And you can also check the site notifications. Your undo and redo actions are here as well. You can preview and obviously publish your site as well. So most of that is similar to what we've had previous, it's just styled a little bit differently as well. On the left side panels of the Studio Editor, you can find the main panels that you'll work with. So you have the Add Elements panel here. You can find hundreds of elements to add to the site, whether they are design elements or business apps like online stores. You can use the tabs to navigate between the different types of apps that you can add to your site. Then you have the Layers tab, and this is basically will let you see the page's layers and elements in like hierarchy from top to bottom. When you're selecting a parent element, for example a section container in the panel, you can see all of the elements that are inside it. So for example, if you click on this section here, you can see it selects on the page which section that is, And then we can also see within that drop down what is actually in each cell, each section, things like that. What you can also do is rename each section. So as you can see, just like this, it's just a list of sections that's not very easy to navigate. If we click on each section, so for example, if I click on this section, I can see it's a featured service section. I can click on the 3 dots and I can just click on rename and just rename that to featured services section. And that way, and I can do that with all of these sections here, so that way I know really quickly what each sections are. It makes it a lot easier to navigate, so definitely recommend doing that as you go and add different elements to your site. Next you have the pages tab, and this will allow you to add new pages, edit each page's settings and delete those that you don't need anymore. You have the global sections, and this panel shows all of the global sections, which are sections that you set to appear on multiple pages. You can rename, duplicate, delete, or add global sections to pages that they don't appear on. And then you have site styles as the next tab, and this is very similar to what we've had before. You basically allows you to set the typography, style, color, and page transitions, and essentially the theme palette for your entire site. You will do it here. So all of the typography that you want to use for your headings and your paragraphs will be applied here. Colors, all of that will be applied here as well. Next tab is the app market, and this just allows you to browse through hundreds of apps in the Wix app market and find the ones that suits your needs. You have then the content manager, and this will allow you to manage site's contents, collections, and dynamic pages. And then you have a section to add some code, so you can extend your site's functionality with code, create a JavaScript web app, things like that. So this is very new. This isn't offered in the Editor X, so this is new to the Studio. So definitely a lot more functionality in this one as well. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there is a comments section as well. So this is useful when you're collaborating on a site with multiple people. You can type in your comment and other people can see if it's a comment about a certain section that needs changed. You can apply that as well. This little tab here is the video tutorials. This will allow you to essentially quickly view some videos about using certain things like the Studio Editor. These are from Wix as well. So you're able to check anything that you might have a problem with as well. And then the little question mark at the bottom is a little help center. You can ask the community, you can report bugs, you can contact customer care really quickly from that area. So that is an overview of Wix Studio Editor, and then this is our template theme as well. You can sort of see that it's really similar to how Wix Editor was and the ADI, but there's just a lot more functionality, and there's also a lot more customizability we can do. For example, adding in the responsive behavior as well, and adding in the different styling as well for that as well. So you can see with the template, it's still the same. You're still adding different pages, and you can also edit that template as well. With the blank canvas, it'll look a little bit different. So this time when we're at our account dashboard, when we create a new site, we are going to create a site from a blank canvas and let that set up as well. So this is the blank canvas, and as you can see, it's a lot more different to how the template or the wireframes were. It's still the same in terms of the different panels that you have. You've got the left panel here with all of the pages, elements. You've got the responsive bar on the top here, and on the right you've got the editing elements as well. But the actual canvas is a little bit different. We only get the header. We also get the footer as well, and then everything in the middle is blank. So it's completely up to us how we style and add our elements and how we add the layouts as well. So depending on what kind of business you have, what kind of website you're making, and also your time and your budget, it's up to you whether or not this is a option, but you do have the option to completely start from scratch as well. You can start with adding in your pages and editing your site theme as well, which we'll cover in the next video. So let's talk about some of the benefits of using a template design over a custom design. The first one is usually cost. So templates are typically more affordable in custom design. This is because templates are pre-made and can be reused by multiple people, which drives down the cost. The main one is time. So templates can save you a significant amount of time as well. And this is because you don't have to start from scratch when you use a template. You can simply customize a template to fit your needs. Templates are typically very easy to use. If you don't have any design experience, you can still use a template to create a professional looking website or document. And templates can help you create consistent designs across all of your marketing materials, and this can help strengthen your brand identity and make your business look more professional. There are some drawbacks, for example, limited flexibility, technical issues if you're not familiar with web design or coding, but mainly a lack of originality, so templates can make your website or document look less original than a custom design. Overall, the benefits of using templates typically outweigh the drawbacks, but it's important to weigh pros and cons carefully. So there are some things that you want to consider whenever you want to choose the right template. The first thing is purpose and content. So you want to take into account the reason of your website. So like if your website is mainly for written content, you want to look for a template that can house written content in an easy to read way. If it's a very visual kind of service that you offer, then you want to make sure the template you choose has space for lots of images, big images, high quality images, things like that. You want to consider what your design aesthetic is, content presentation and scalability as well. And you want to be able to demo and preview the site as well. So there are also some benefits of using a custom design over template. First one is that it's a unique and original design. So when you create your own design on Wix, you can create a website that's truly unique and reflects your brand. You're not limited by the design of a template. And when you create your own design on Wix as well, you have complete design control over every aspect, from layout to colors to fonts, as we've seen with the new Studio Editor. Wix offers a wide range of design and tools and features, which gives you the flexibility to create any type of website you want. And they're also very scalable, which means that they can grow with your business and you can add new pages as well. It may take a lot more time to do your own custom design as opposed to using a template. That's because you'll need to start from scratch and design every element yourself. And creating your own design on Wix requires some basic design skills. So if you're not familiar with web design, you might find it difficult. And overall, the benefits of creating your own design on Wix typically outweigh the drawbacks, but it's important to weigh the pros and cons carefully. So there are some things that you want to consider when you're designing your own website. It offers a high degree of customization and creative freedom, but it comes with some added responsibilities and challenges. So here are several important considerations when opting for a custom website design. You want to consider your goals and objectives. You want to consider what your target audience is, your brand identity. You want to make sure it all matches. You want to consider the UX, and you want to consider the web standards and accessibility guidelines as well. But ultimately, the best decision for you will depend on your specific needs and your ability as well. So that's a wrap on today's video, going over Wix templates versus blank canvas. In our next video, we are going to look over editing your actual site's theme and creating a color palette and also a typography palette that works best for you, and also how to do that with the new Wix Studio Editor. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and any questions in the comments below, leave them in the comments below and we'll get back to you as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.